own it. For this level of quality, for this beauty, it truly, to get it under £50 is simply incredible. Yeah, I mean, that's less than £1 per carat Lehrer imitation ones, definitely. Look at that. Look at that. That's the quality that you're looking at here. The quality, and yet you would be actually seeing certified qualities. Can I click that one? So this is all on Pinterest, but the prices that you'll see these pieces of jewellery actually at will be dramatically less. It doesn't matter. Dramatically less. What am I saying? So the price of this strand will be dramatically less than the price of those pieces of jewellery. I got distracted then. How many did we have then, Ross? We had 100. Half the stock has gone already. So, and like I said, I'm sure there's collectors here that would have already bought Grandidierite from us. 87% discount.
Oh my Lord.
We can guarantee you diamonds. We can guarantee you many gemstones, most of your beryls, most of your garnets. We can guarantee even some of your most desirable of gemstones on this planet, but we categorically cannot guarantee that we will always be able to bring you Grandidierite. This is one of the most elusive parcels of gemstones in the entire world. There's only a few tiny locations, especially when it actually has this level of translucency to it. You know, the colour is perfect. It's perfect, you know, the pinnacle of what Grandidierite colour is described as. It's a teal, sort of bluey green. To take this from £400, which would still be an amazing price for Grandidierite, straight down under £50, this is what... This is, I mean, it's all, yeah, if it's been out of your reach for so many different auctions, if you've seen Grandidierite and you've been tempted by this gemstone, but never yet been actually able to evaluate, then hopefully today that changes. Here, I'm going to read you. This is from a website, so it's actually the IGS, so International Gem Society. Grandidierite, oh, I love how they word this, a rather rare mineral. Oh. They say, lovely blue Grandidierite is seldom seen in jewellery or jewellery collections. Translucent material. Is sometimes cut into cabochons. Faceted pieces are very rare, and a recent discovery of transparent materials may bring more to the market. However, at extremely high prices. Grandidierite has a hardness of 7.5, which makes it very resistant to scratching and ideal for jewellery use. However, it does have a perfect cleavage, which means it can split in two directions, and it is very challenging to cut itself. Only been in the market, like I said, since early 1900s itself. It has a high level of pleochroism, which means you get those different colours, different tones of greens, blues, and even yellow within the gemstone itself. But we are talking about one of the rarest and most collectible gemstones. Most honestly, gemologists, geologists, jewellers, gem hunters, collectors, connoisseurs will only ever see a Grandidierite in a museum, and we must never be complacent of the fact that how lucky we are. And truly, you know, now we are under the sort of Gemporia umbrella even more so, you know, we have some hugely influential buying powers that travel all around the world. What gemstones do you think are going to be first on their radar? Grandidierite, Tsavorite, pink tanzanite we mentioned earlier on. Can you imagine? Paparazzi sapphire. Yeah. Of course. We've got some messages coming through into the studio. Hello to you, Susan. Hi, Ellen Mark. I was lucky enough to buy your ombre Grandidierite recently, and I love it. Like nothing I've ever seen. Absolutely. Totally agree with you there, Susan. Shocking price. In the best possible way, though, Sue, isn't it? In the best possible way. I only had 100 of these available, though, so truly today is the best chance to get hold of it. Thanks, Jay. I'm so excited to get this. Why wouldn't you? And I agree, if you already own Grandidierite, I can't say that this is that I would. I'm not allowed to. I haven't got a crystal ball. You wouldn't want me to look after your money. I'm very good at spending it. I'm very, very good at spending money, but this is a logical purchase because you can buy a diamond any day of the week. You can. Not to sound blasé, but you can. You can't buy Grandidierite. Hello, Elle and Mark. I've been waiting for this to be affordable for me. I'm pleased to have
well
just
done.
purchased it. Amazing, Alison. But I can't emphasise, and I know it costs money to get pieces valued. Get your certificate of authenticity, because that's absolutely, you know, to have the documentation. The reality is, even some of the most luxurious of jewellers on your high street, wherever, city, whichever, will not believe that it's grandidiorite straight away. My boss, when I first entered into the industry, he valued jewellery. He was, you know, within that establishment had Cartier and all of those big brands, but not once did I ever see grandidiorite. So I probably would have to give him the documentation. Hiya, Deb. I love grandidiorite. I'm lucky to own a few pieces and more on the way. I love the colour. It's so unique, isn't it? It's so unique. So I had 100 of these. Less than 30. So Ali, Linda, Merseyside, Hertfordshire, Samina, Tracy. That's working out at £1.78 per carat of natural, genuine grandidiorite. That's insane.
Incredible, isn't it?
Shocking.
I just love that, because I'm a massive fan of ombre, but this has been mirror ombre, hasn't it? I mean, it's absolutely perfectly symmetrical.
The work's been done for you, hasn't it?
Amazing.
So, do you own grandidiorite?
No.
Are you going to own grandidiorite?
I might have to get one of these.
If there's any left.
Fantastic. Well, I love the fact that people that think it was a considered purchase in the past, but are now able to have such an elusive gemstone in their collection. I think it's...
But as
That's
long
what
as
I love about JewelleryMaker. That we can do things
totally,
like
and this is what makes me really proud to be associated to JewelleryMaker. But as long as we all know, so every single one of you that's made that purchase, you've just bought 28 carats of grandidiorite, genuine, not synthetic, not imitation, genuine grandidiorite. Please do not think that the price that is on your screen is a reflection of the true value, because it absolutely categorically isn't. To be honest, $399 is amazing. I kind of know what Wayne will be thinking right now. He's got an office day, he'll be in the studio, and it was him that really championed grandidiorite here at JewelleryMaker. This will possibly hurt him a little bit. Because he has sold this gemstone for thousands of pounds per carat. Down to the final few: Veronica, Elizabeth, Marion, Thomas, Teresa, Pauline, Alison, Eleanor, Patricia, Jenny, Nikki, Mel. Hello to you, Belinda, Phil. I've got 20 of these left. Hello to you, Zorin. Hello to you, County Antrim, Tynemware, Linda, Peter's bought 2, Alison's bought 2, Wiltshire, Valerie, Shirley, Heather, Lorraine. Hello to you, Letitia, Phyllis, Zoe, Julie, Joyce. You all own grandidiorite. Melanie, Janice, Stephen, Anne, Sally, Linda, Lincolnshire, Derbyshire, multi-buying, Dorota, Helen. That's the reality. You don't just own grandidiorite, you own a parcel of grandidiorite. And if you're multi-buying, you own in excess of 50 carats. How many people on the planet can say that? I'm going to go back to the grandidiorite jewellery, because you have... Keep dialing, keep dialing. I have less than 20 available. A small queue on those phone lines, but our contact centre will be with you imminently. I'm just going to go straight to, let's for kicks, kick on grandidiorite jewellery shopping. Shopping. Oh, there we go, straight away, there's one. I don't know if I'm allowed to show the supplier, am I? Let's not, just in case. Oh, hang on, I am, aren't I?
Oh, look at
Translucency, do you see that?
Yeah.
A level of translucency. That's in 9 carat gold, which surprises me for grandidiorite.
What's the price of that one?
That one is...
£1,200.
Yes. Hang on, we can find some more. We can find some more. You know, I can find grandidiorite, but I can find it in hundreds of pounds. I can. Bicoloured gemstone, absolute specialist. But this is things that it's opportunities like this that really, really concern me, because I bet you if we actually went down, you might look at that and think, oh, I've just bought an amazing grandidiorite at that kind of price tag, but I'm covering it just so I don't. See, there we go. That's beautiful. Faceted grandidiorite is very, very rare. I doubt that's real. I very much doubt that's real, because it's actually priced at £150. And the final few of these available. Oh my goodness me, look at this. Please show it all.
Oh my lord. Yeah.
Plus tax. Plus tax.
Oh my lord.
Grandidierite, morganite, 3-carat diamond platinum necklace. You see the rarity, jewellery makers, don't you? I've got to move on. It's on the verge of selling out. There are very, very few of these left now. At some point, sorry to repeat myself, but at some point try and get that valued. Some locations will charge you a percentage of the valuation of your piece of jewellery. Some locations will charge you a set amount. I'm doing it myself with some of my jewellery and some of my mum's jewellery as well. It is expensive, so do shop around, but make sure they know that that's grandidierite to get your certificate of authenticity. Amazing.
Wow.
Still to come, we've got some beautiful kits coming your way in the 12 o'clock hour. We've also got a challenge kit this hour.
Which has been a challenge.
Has it? Go on, talk. What happened?
In the break, I broke a necklace.
How?
I snapped it. There's sea beads and prehnite
Was the air blue?
and spinel everywhere.
But you fixed it.
But I fixed it.
I was going to say, don't stress, you fixed it. It's quite a big challenge kit.
Yeah, I've made 4 pieces already.
So you've got prehnite, you've got beautiful mystical coated quartz, you've got spinel and bayuki, threading pack, and also
findings
your
pack,
findings. It's
Oh.
called Cubism.
Ooh.
Cubism. Coming up in about 20... Look at us all going, ooh, ooh. Coming up in about 20 minutes' time. I also have a golden rutile, micro-faceted, totally natural.
Lord.
So they often call it angel's hair or cupid's arrows, the rutilations that grow naturally within a clear quartz. I've got 150 of these available, and we're going to take it under £10. Under £10 for 10 carats of micro-faceted golden lustre, beautiful with your grandidierite actually, and maybe your pearls. So that's available, coming your way within this hour as well. Let's do...
Oh.
Pardon? You did not tell me there was another one. Okay, we have the only other grandidierite strand. Okay. I didn't know we had 2 strands of grandidierite today. These are in your plain ovals, so absolutely no faceting. Look at the colour. That's natural colour. Look at how beautiful each and every single one of these are. The final 5 of these that are available within the vault. (10 by 8mm in their size. They have got a really distinctive tone. There's no other gemstone that has the same colour as grandidierite. Okay, we're going to bring that price tag, but they are the final few of these that are actually available. Jewellery makers, 4. It is, indicolite is a little bit tealy, but slightly more blue, don't you think? A little bit more navy than what you see in your grandidierite.
I get confused with indicolite and paraiba.
Do you? Indicolite's the more London blue colour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes
Paraiba
sense.
is more the swimming pool blue. I think grandidierite is more like paraiba than indicolite.
Oh, okay.
Oily, yeah. Or inky, isn't it, indicolite-like colour.
Look at that.
Down to the final 2 of these available. I think we have like literally the strand that you've seen as your deal of the day, this and maybe one other. But when we're talking about quantities, they're like 1s and 2s. If you want to add the other, your deal of the day grandidierite, so you're getting the ultimate parcel of rarity here, and wow, like I said, heirloom history. This is a historical purchase for you as collectors and connoisseurs. If you get both, you've just bought, what was it, 63 carats for £150. That's insane. Wow. Insane. I'd use one of those in a solitaire ring, and I do know that, you know, if our powers that be were to watch this auction right now, they would be thinking, putting their business hats on. This is not necessarily how they are, but you know, Steve might look at this and go, okay, well that's a parcel. That is potentially 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 solitaire rings. Even if you said £500 each, So this is £4.15 each to you. So don't you think as a businessman, he could make so much more profit if that was actually in finished jewellery? This is the challenges that basically JewelleryMaker has. But then again, we don't have to bring you grandage right. We want to, because that's rarity in your collectors. Amazing. I think that's sold out. Well done. Let's do our gorgeous chrysoprase. There's something so unique about this gemstone, isn't it?
It's incredible.
Colour. The colour is so beautiful.
I don't think I've seen it in rounds before.
I love this colour. It almost doesn't look like it is Mother Nature. You almost imagine it to be like a, I don't know.
Another world.
Yeah. A synthetic, because it is that stunning.
The central one has got that glow. It's amazing.
Chrysoprase is incredibly rare. Is a hugely popular gemstone with Gemporia at the moment. It's also very popular with the likes of Cartier and also Chanel. I forget which one it was, but one of those designers that that I've just mentioned actually used chrysoprase within one of their designs, and they're tiny amounts, but genuinely, I couldn't compare the difference, the two. As long as you have that beautiful glow, this is all natural, and it's almost so intensely saturated and glowing that you would imagine it to have been, I don't know, irradiated at the very least, treated in some way, shape or form. Maybe that is why like some of the big jewellers globally all sort of love this gemstone. It is so distinctive, and I don't think you could mix it up for another one. 96 carats of natural, genuine chrysoprase. Really pretty. Use that with that mystic coated spinel that we had earlier on. Oh. 24.99 for chrysoprase.
That's wrong, isn't it?
So hang on. If you got the chrysoprase and the deal of the day, that's still less than £100 for those two gemstones.
That's perfect.
It's so beautiful, and it literally glows. It will go with absolutely everything that I offer. That was the Biwa pearls. Oh, the black spinel from the challenge kit. From the challenge kit.
No, I like that. That's nice.
Amazing. Lots of you dialing through. If you want to add the deal of the day to your purchase, JewelleryMakers, you can do. There's only a couple of them left with the golden RUTILE quartz that we've got coming up. What would you do with this strand? Because, like I said, it's such a showcase gemstone, isn't it?
I think I'd have to pearl knot it.
Lovely.
But I'm just trying to think what colour I would go in between. Maybe a black or a sort of chocolate box purple. That would be really nice.
That would be nice.
Or red. Would red work?
Yeah, I think they'd all work because it's such an intense orange. Yeah, orange would look beautiful. I don't think it's all the rage, isn't it? Colour contrasting. So there's no right or wrong answer, but it's a real wow gemstone. It's such a beautifully striking colour, and rarity, of course. Chrysoprase is immense rarity, but the presence should be the driving factor of your decision. And this has oodles of it. Carol, West Sussex, Samantha, Karen, Jackie, Denise, Gail, Belinda, Anne, Donna, Angela. You're all there. I've got multi-buyers. How many did we have of these then, Ross? We had 44 of these available. A gemstone that I could probably count on one hand the amount of times that we actually bring to air here at JewelleryMaker. We don't see it that frequently, but I know it's very popular at Gemporia.
If Amazonite was a translucent gemstone, I think this would be the sort of look, wouldn't it? Russian Amazonite.
Yeah, they have got quite a similar kind of green,
It's got a slight shimmer to it as well, hasn't it? Some of the stones as the light hits it.
That's natural colour.
That's amazing. Because we get green onyx, don't we? But which is a dyed.
Yeah.
And that's probably the nearest green to it. And you would automatically imagine that this was treated as well. But the fact that it is natural, that's incredible.
Isn't Mother Nature incredible?
And imagine finding this into the ground in a mine and coming across it for the first time.
It's beautiful. It literally glows, doesn't it?
It's like kryptonite.
It is actually.
Yeah.
It literally is. Amazing. Well done. Well done. Okay, still to come, I have your RUTILE quartz coming up as a big star buy opportunity. We don't often get RUTILE quartz in any shape or size. I've got 150 in micro-faceted. Look at this, look, can you see? Golden RUTILE quartz. So can you see those lovely internal shards?
Even on a delicate little stone like this, you can still see them, can't you? That's amazing. How do they do that? It's beyond me. I can't
Especially
even
as this is
imagine.
actually quite challenging to cut because of those rutilations.
yeah.
We'll talk some more during that star buy. Not yet though, not yet. Let's do, I don't have anything in number 4. Oh no. Azurite malachite, right, interesting, because this, azurite is very, very, very soft. It's almost unwearable, to be truthful, as a gemstone. But I think it's like 2 or 3 on the Mohs scale, so it would almost crumble if you were to work with it. But if you team it with malachite, then you get that durability and it becomes very, very usable as jewellery makers and jewellery designers. You have wonderful, a really gorgeous fusion, so a mixture of wonderful greens and the blue that is your azurite. So the blue colour is the azurite that you're seeing there. These are diagonally drilled. For those of you that love chrysocolla and turquoise, malachite, of course, you'll love this combination. And this is not reconstituted, so sometimes you'll see 2 different gemstones, desirable gemstones, which are reconstituted, kind of mixed together to produce something else that's visually beautiful. Mother Nature has actually produced these, offered these 2 rarities in one stone. One treasure. So those 2 seams, the azurite has actually crossed with the malachite, and instead of actually sort of stopping or parting directions, they've almost intergrown within one another. It's like planet Earth. Go on, what are you thinking?
Well, no, because I might make myself look ridiculously silly. I can't remember. Shall I? Is azurite the blue gemstone that are the little blotches on K2 jasper?
Yes.
I thought it was.
Have confidence in your knowledge. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Like it's rained on K2 jasper. Yeah,
right.
it is. It is. So it's that really lovely intense blue that you get within that's teamed with the actual malachite. So double the rarity really, and even more so because they have sort of formed naturally together, interlocking, intertwined within one another. $29.95. Yeah, ordinarily if you were to say, can I make jewellery with azurite? I would say, well, never say never, but I would say be very careful because it is a brittle and very soft gemstone. But within your malachite, sort of this beautiful cocktail of those 2 gemstones together, it becomes much more durable and much more hard. So from a Peruvian gemstone, very, very popular, love the cut, use them as individual, I don't know, statement solitaires if you wanted. I only have 34 of these available. And I've 2 opaque gemstones, so it's all about the exterior pattern. Okay, so from here, what? Oh, I say. Star buy coming up, your golden RUTILE quartz is coming up after this. That was very posh, wasn't it? Oh, I say.
Oh my lord. What's this?
You just had that reaction too.
What is it? It's not kyanite, is it?
Sapphire.
No, it's not. They're massive.
Natural blue sapphire.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Barrels of natural blue sapphire. I have 31 of these that are available.
I would just make pairs of earrings with these and treat them as we have on the strand, so a little silver ball, top and bottom.
Yeah. So you'd use them as solitaires?
Yeah, in earrings.
Wow.
The whole
Sapphire
strand.
earrings.
Yeah.
Natural sapphire. We know that 95% of the world's sapphire is treated. That's fine. It's a gemstone that sometimes benefits from diffusion, heat treatment, fissure filling, but this strand, they have this really lovely, very deep, it's a deeper blue. I love this one here. I'm really drawn to that one.
It's quite a masculine blue as well.
It is, almost indigo.
I would actually wear that on an elastic.
Yeah.
Stretchy, I think.
I think you definitely
Yeah,
could.
yeah.
Don't forget, sapphire is also fantastically durable. So it's 9 on the Mohs scale, only second to a diamond. So if you wanted to wear it on a daily basis, then I'd say, can't say anything's indestructible, of course, because they're not. But it definitely has that durability. So genuine sapphire, 50 carats in these lovely barrel shapes. Very contemporary. You don't have to be what?
What's going on?
Natural blue sapphire. So that this is how ludicrous this is. I don't know, imagine we're at Tucson or Hong Kong or Switzerland, all those big trade shows. And we say to a trader, we're walking around, by the way, some of our customers have been there, I know that, and gone up to a trader who's selling, I don't know, beautiful, luxurious blue sapphire, genuine blue sapphire, and they've said, I'd like to buy some sapphire, please. Here's 60p for 1 carat. Be one of them, wouldn't it?
Gosh.
Jug on.
That's amazing. I love this strand. I love this.
Beautiful Madagascan glowing natural blue sapphire for 60p per carat. Seriously, that's insane. I love the strand, I agree. I love the graduation. The work has been done for you effectively.
Your Tom would wear that around his wrist, wouldn't he?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Or just use one. You could just have one, couldn't you? On a little
nice bracelets. Yeah.
Gorgeous. That's still a sapphire. So we're paying 60p. So if you put one of those on a macrame slider bracelet, you know, and even if you sold them for, I can't remember.
£25 each?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's simple, basic jewellery making, but working with high-end components.
You've got 17 on the strand, so you better come.
You're gonna do all right out of that.
You use one and a bit stone, and you get your money back straight away.
Me. Well done. Okay, who's ready for that beautiful golden rutile? This is, yeah, me too. A very, very exciting gemstone that has internal growth, so rutilations that form within a quartz, hence the name, golden rutile quartz. But often referred to as angel's hair, Cupid's arrows. You get these really dramatic shards that cross vertically, horizontally and diagonally and create this wonderful work of art within a gemstone. I have 150. Let's go into a mega star buy. An absolutely amazing visual gemstone, and that's the wonder of gems. No gem is exactly the same. And whilst I appreciate diamonds, I love diamonds. I do love diamonds, and I always will do. But coloured gemstones are so much more exciting, aren't they?
I think so. And who determines? Obviously, it's the marketing, but who determines what is precious and what isn't? You know, it's all in the eye of the beholder. And I love rutile. I've always loved rutile.
Well, so does Glenn Lehrer, who you're going to be hearing from in a few moments. Glenn Lehrer is a world-recognised gemstone cutter. He's going to be I haven't seen him for a while, sadly, but hopefully that will change next time.
I've never met him.
Have you not? He's lovely.
No,
he's very, very nice and just like a font of knowledge, clearly. Anyway, you're going to be watching a VT in a second of him talking about golden rutile. But this is incredibly challenging to cut because of those rutilations, those formations. But often, in my opinion, you know, you look at a diamond, you think, oh, fire, brilliance, that's really pretty. But then look at gemstones like, I don't know, blue sheen labradorite. Look at gemstones like tiger's eye, the magic that they actually reveal. Surely these optical illusions themselves alone should put them actually at the top of the, you know, our marketing list as such. Take a clear quartz gemstone that has formed underneath the ground for literally thousands upon thousands of years, and then imagine another fascination, rutilations, shards growing into that crystal structure. It's going to produce the most spectacular appearance, but like I said, very challenging to cut ordinarily because it will cleave quite perfectly. This is Glenn Lehrer. Glenn Lehrer is an iconic, recognised, highly skilled lapidist talking about golden rutile.
I think what makes rutile quartz, I should say, so unique is it's two minerals in one. You're actually getting two gemstones in one stone. You're getting rutile, which crystallizes out first in this what we call tetragonal crystal system, and it's such a high melting point that that's one of the very first minerals to form within the magma chamber, and it may be floating around of a crystal within a bigger magma, and then the quartz, as the temperature lowers within that magma chamber, the quartz starts to crystallize and actually entombs it. So think about a rose under glass or something like that. It's really like a mineral being entombed within quartz, so it's rutile. And rutile is very beautiful in that you get these incredible golden colors. It can shift a little bit to the coppery golden colors, and also I've seen it silvery. And it either can be very straight, very strong, straight root sprays of needles, or in some cases, because it may be sitting there for so long, I've actually seen the rutile needles slightly bend and curve like a horsetail.
Glenn Lehrer talking about the fascination that is.
So do you think we might have him on the show then in the future?
I would definitely hope so.
That'd be amazing.
Because you will be seeing a lot of, I know Steve has said this on air, so I'm not going to get in trouble, but a lot of the guests that speak to our Gemporia customers are going to be coming across, like Charlie, for example, and Dave Troth that we saw had a few moments a few days ago. Yeah, and that's wonderful, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he can talk about cuts, he understands cutting gemstones. I mean, he's one of the few people that actually incorporates a huge central hole in the centre.
Well, I was just about to say, I've met so many
calibrated.
ladies on my workshops that come to visit us here who own the Taurus ring.
Yeah.
From Glenn Lehrer.
Yeah.
Lots and lots and lots of them. They all rave about the cut. It's
I mean,
fascinating.
he's an amazing talent, truly is. And you have to understand your gemstones. The reason why that you heard Glenn actually talking about golden rutile specifically is because he cut the largest golden rutile that is actually in Washington.
I'd love to see that.
In a museum. He actually faceted it and gifted it to the museum itself. Now, with golden trestles, this beautiful gemstone is completely and utterly natural. The flashes of yellow are not an actual colour of the body colour, it's actually from those beautiful rutilations that glisten internally. To have a quality rutile, you have to have a quartz of crystal clear clarity. And if it didn't have that clarity, then you wouldn't see those gorgeous internal inclusions. You can get dark rutile, you can get black rutile, green rutile, golden rutile obviously is what we're talking about right now. But the gemstone has to have a clarity. Now when those rutilations, and they'll all be completely different, it's like a fingerprint if you like, for the, you know, we're all completely unique. Some you'll have rutilations which are quite sporadic, some you'll have rutilations which are very closely compacted in different directions, but it truly is like a work of art.
I'm fascinated by it, always have been. Always have been.
I'm going to hold it out so you can get up close and admire this gemstone. My mother, years ago actually, when I was working on gems years ago, she tuned in one day and I was talking about golden rutile in an amazing collection that they'd actually brought to her. She said, "Elle, I made my first purchase." She'd bought the rutile quartz. She said, "Because I've never seen anything quite like it before. It is almost like gold is suspended within the gemstone, but actually it's rarer than that." Look at how fascinating. The graphics are live. This is a brand new premiere opportunity. And we're going to start making our way.
Start? Oh, okay. I'll be happy with that.
Who wants this under £10?
Okay, so you buy two then, two for that price then.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, two for that price tag. Amazing. This is natural golden rutile. Brazilian rutile, you've got crystal clear clarity, and you've got it's not golden rutile that's tarnished with maybe sort of like your brown like colours. It has that glimmering, glistening gold inclusions within that you want. That's the thing with certain gemstones like amber, golden rutile, black rutile. The more of those inclusions, the more desirable. I know what you're frowning at. Go on.
Adam just said, "Hold on to your seat, Elle."
Okay, I'm ready.
What's he doing? Wow, that's impressive.
$6.95. It truly is a magical gemstone, isn't it?
Yeah, look at that.
Truly magical.
It's got a sparkle of zircon about it, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
And yet, this is
Yeah.
micro-faceted.
Yeah.
You tend to see rutile quartz or a rutilated gemstone in cabochons. There's a reality for that, and it's not solely because you can, you tend to be able to see the rutilations in a cabochon, but it's actually because it's easier to cut. Every single one of those rutilations could potentially cause a fracture within the gemstone itself. So it's really tricky to facet a gemstone of any size. If you scale that down to 2 millimeters, then of course that rarity is only going to be heightened. I had 150 of these. Every single rutile quartz will be completely and utterly unique. No two will be the same. You'll have these wonderful, I love these descriptions, so goddess tresses, Cupid's net and Venus hair, also known as angel hair as well. There's another one. But they're beautiful ways of describing this gorgeous gemstone.
They're fantastic. It's amazing. On the show last Wednesday, I was on with Carol, and I brought in a piece of from my collection, my rough black rutile, and it was just extraordinary. I've never been able to find a piece of rough in the golden rutile before.
Wow.
I'd love it. Absolutely love it.
It is simply stunning, and we're under magnification here, aren't we? We're under magnification. You can really see that golden flash, those rutilations within, because and that's only going to capture and play with the light even more than what a normal 2 millimeter faceted quartz strand would do. Because each of those facets, even if they were just solely your quartz, beautiful, rare, desirable, definitely, but you have the added rarity of those rutilations within. So the internal composition of this gemstone is going to play with light as well. Gosh, they are fascinating.
Well, for that price, I would get 3, because that would be the equivalent nearly. That would be £21, wouldn't it? So say 20, and I would pop them onto gold memory wire.
Yeah. Well, because it's only going to look like another mutilation, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gosh, it's
look
beautiful.
at that. In a 2 mil, that's fantastic.
How do you even go about faceting gemstones like this? I need to move on. Well done. Well done. Challenge kit?
This is something new. This is ace.
What, the extra kit?
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
You get a lot in this kit
This
too.
is a massive kit. What's this one going to? Okay.
Three?
Wow. 3 strands, seed beads.
Genuine spinel.
Beautiful as well. Look at these central section, they're huge.
You can tell this is spinel because of the weight, can't you?
Yes, yeah.
The actual weight of the gemstone.
One of my favourites. We never see this, hardly ever.
I love those together.
Yeah.
That is pre-night JewelleryMakers.
Because I always think that pre-night is a green rutile, isn't it?
Yeah.
In effect, really.
It is actually, yeah, absolutely. And then you have
something very subtle.
mystic coated quartz in these natural hammered cubes with a little bit of magic and iridescence sprinkled over the top. Then you also have your seed beads. Your seed beads are extra dark smoked topaz. Ooh. It's quite deep, isn't it? It's like a garnet colour.
Yes.
Then you also have,
I love these.
your threading
I'm
pack.
so pleased to see these again.
I know. And let's not forget your essential findings. You can't make much jewellery without your essential findings pack. So this includes 2 toggles, 4 head pins, 4 of your shepherd hook, your crimp, your jump rings, 50 centimetre length of your chain. So we challenged Mark and he chose to accept it, although he did, you almost threw your dollies out your pram, didn't you? Because it happens even to the best. Show us your lovely jewellery.
That's the start price. That's a massive drop.
Well, this one here, I think the black spinel on its own, you'd be talking at least £30, at least. At least. The pre-night,
Gosh.
£22.95 for the
Those
pre-night.
cute. Oh my lord, what an amazing saving.
Apparently the spinel is normally £19.95. Okay.
Right.
Your mystic coated quartz. Mystic colour coated rose quartz, normally what? £19.95.
Wow.
Then you've got your Mayuki, your threading pack, and also your... Okay, so you are talking about sort of £60 in your gemstone straight away. Who wants a little bit of a saving? Cubism.
Cubism. That's a lovely word.
It is, isn't it? Cubism. Over how much coming off that price tag? So basically, you're paying for your spinel and everything else is you're getting for free, right? Is that what you said? Okay, I beg your pardon, spinel was 20. It should be more. It should be 29
So
at
that
the
and
very
the seed
least.
beads and everything else
And
is
everything
free.
else is for free. How often do we get pre-night? Not
Hardly
that
ever.
frequently, and
And
I
this
love it.
cube as well, one of our favourite shapes. We love the cubes here, don't we?
It's just, it's spring, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's spring in a gemstone.
Yeah.
You've got the high impact, the high luxury, that Chanel inspiration within your genuine natural black spinel. You've got the magic, the femininity of your rose quartz in these gorgeous hammered cubes, plus all of your essential ingredients to make these pieces of jewellery. So talk us through your designs, Mark. Lovely colour combinations.
So the first thing I did was I made this necklace, which is an over-the-head 360 necklace using the seed. I love making this style of necklace, and it's really nice, simple, over-the-head. So there's no clasp involved with this one. Then I wanted to incorporate the rose quartz, so I've made a simple bracelet using the toggle on the back. That's incorporating all of them. And then with the remaining pre-night, I made a matching pair of earrings to go with the necklace. And then I had to incorporate some tassels.
I've got to be honest, I wouldn't normally have chosen those colours together, but they really work.
They really do work. Yeah, and as you said, the topaz seed beads are a really dark garnet colour. They're lovely.
I don't think I've ever seen. It's
Really
described as what? Extra dark. I don't know why we have to go a bit Nigella when we say it, but we do. Extra dark topaz, or a little bit M&S. This is not just any challenge kit.
That's amazing. What an amazing price. That's incredible.
61% saving. Should have been 70. What was it? 70 what? £77.70.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
Wow.
Absolutely beautiful. Got more kits coming your way after the break, Jewellery Makers, including some amazing seed pearls.
With a seed pearl toggle clasp.
Oh, yes.
Which is the cutest
the
thing
ones
I've
that
ever
we
seen.
launched.
Yeah, it's in a kit now, which is ace.
And these little bracelets here are just so pretty, Mark. Coming up in the 12 o'clock kit. Oh, it's that time already.
I know.
Goodness me, goodness me. Have we got time to squeeze in anything else, or? Let's. Okay, I tell you what. Coming up after the break, I've got this gorgeous chain in rose gold. Prince of Wales rose gold chain, 20 inches. There is only 18 of them.
Solid rose gold.
Solid rose gold. So alongside your pearl that you had earlier on, I think it's an absolute must-have.
Yes.
It's a really lovely Prince of Wales rose gold chain coming up in the next hour, and stunning kits, stunning jewellery, amazing demonstrations. It's Mark. We're back after this.
How would you like to design a bead and launch it with a presenter live on Jewellery Maker? Well, in celebration to Jewellery Maker's fast approaching 10th birthday, we are giving one lucky person a chance to do just that. All you have to do is send a blank email to the address below, download the pack, fill it in and send it back to us. The lucky winner will have their bead designed, put into production, spend their day at Jewellery Maker creating and designing projects, finishing pieces with guest designers, and launch their bead live on Jewellery Maker. And on top of that, you'll get £200 accredited to your account. It's that easy. The closing date to get your entries in is the 3rd of March. From then, a panel of judges and bead makers will go through your designs to pick an eligible winner. This will take a couple of weeks to process and go through all of the entries, so we'll keep you posted on what show we're going to be announcing the winner on. Jewellery Maker, create, wear, win!
Jewellery Maker are proud to work alongside some of the biggest brands in the industry. Keep watching for these brands and many more here on Jewellery Maker.
How
would you like to design a kit and launch it with a presenter live on JewelleryMaker? Well, with our upcoming 10th birthday this coming May, we're going to give the chance for one lucky viewer to do just that. All you have to do is send a blank email to the email address below, download the pack, fill in your details and send it back to us. A panel of judges will pick one lucky winner to have their jewellery designed and put into production. You'll get to spend the day at JewelleryMaker designing projects and finishing pieces with a guest designer, and then you'll get to launch the kit live on JewelleryMaker on the 4th of May. And on top of that, you'll get £200 credited to your JewelleryMaker account. It's that simple. If you're stuck on where to begin, here's a couple of your favourite guest designers on where they get their inspiration from.
I think the first few things you think is the who, what, when, and where sort of questions. So who's it for? Is it going to be a necklace? Is it a tiara? Is it a suite? Is it going to be worn at a wedding or to the beach or shopping or something like that? So that's the first thing I'll choose. Is it going to be textiles, a soutache, wire, all those things? That's got to be considered first. And then I think about how do I pull all those things together. So if I've got large gemstones, I think, well, I'm going to need larger clasps. So making everything fit together, and that actually you can ensure when you've got that kit, you can actually make the piece of jewellery that you've got in mind. You don't have to add or bring anything else into it.
I get a lot of inspiration from being outside and nature, and then I also get inspiration from much quieter times. So the inspiration might come as a thought or a feeling, or in poetry or stories. It's a sort of opening your mind up to lots of things. There's sometimes really energetic things and sometimes really quiet and peaceful things. I think that's how I get my inspiration.
The closing date to get your entries in is March the 3rd, so get your pack today. JewelleryMaker. Create. Wear. Win.
Welcome back, everybody. Mark Smith, everyone.
I'm in the house.
You are in the house. Indeed, you are.
That come from? Oh my lord.
Totally with it. Mark Smith in the house.
I've been things in my life, but I've never, ever been with it, I have to say. I tend to follow trends 10 years later, rather than actually.
That's why you're still doing, like now you're doing, I'm with it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I like it. I like it. It's cool now to be nerdy, isn't it?
It is.
So that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Finally,
yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah,
Finally, I'm ish, Adam's saying, ish. Oh, what have we got coming up? We're doing the sterling, that amazing chain first, the rose gold chain.
Oh, brilliant.
Now, there are the final few, and then we're going to go straight into the kit, Jewellery Makers. So this is Prince of Wales. A Prince of Wales chain, instead of having a link into a link, lovely, you actually have multiple links that almost intertwine into one another, almost like so, which gives you greater strength, more detail for the actual chain maker themselves. But when we're actually offering you genuine gold, of course that is actually what you want. So 20 inches of solid 9-carat gold alongside if you got your South Sea pearl earlier on. Just imagine one South Sea pearl.
That's all you need.
That is all you need.
Yeah.
Alongside your deal of the day, a grandigerite, literally 1 grandigerite, suspended like so. Do we have a bust? Sorry, Adam, can you just pass me one of those, please? Look at that, lovely high lustre. Beautiful, beautiful high lustre. In precious 9-carat gold, 20 inches, so it falls just that little bit lower down on the décolletage. Can you see the multiple links that are intertwining? It almost gives you like that helix. Beautiful helix that twists around, but you pay a premium. It's one of the more expensive of your chains. Now, I only have 18 of these available, so on the back of your South Sea, also on the back of your deal of the day, the grandigerite, £50 for grandigerite. Amazing, isn't it? You can still get that just about. So keep checking out those baskets for those of you that haven't done so already. 20 inches is my preferred length because it actually sits in the middle of the décolletage. It's not quite. 18 is higher. 16 is almost bordering on an actual collar necklace, but 18 sits mid décolletage. $34.95. This is not rose gold plated 925 sterling silver. This is 9 carat rose gold, and we're under £50. I mean, how much would you expect gold of any carat weight, but let's say at least 9 carat? How much would you expect gold to be? I have that 3-figure price tag.
I was thinking something 129, something like that, maybe in high street jewellers.
At the very least.
Yes,
With us, $34.95. Hello, Suzanne. Hello to you, Angela. Hello to you, Janice. Hello to you, Deborah. I had 18. I've got Lincolnshire there as well, so this is going to be an on-screen sellout, I should imagine. Those of you that actually haven't dialed through, you can still do it. Don't let that deter you from making that phone call, but it'll have to be sooner rather than later. So yeah, one of your South Sea pearls just suspended. We even had the little, what do you call it?
Pegs.
The pegs.
Red pegs, yeah.
Did you manage to get a hold of any of those? I did. What, in the gold? Oh, I didn't get the gold. I would have got the gold, though, given the chance. I'd definitely bought gold if I had the choice. Because South Sea pearls are completely worthy of it. I totally agree. Do you think so?
No, completely.
And it will be something that I'll have valued and appraised. Final few of those. I've got to move on. Amazing. Moving on to the kit. Mark, this jewellery is beautiful.
And I always do this. I had left in this kit, sorry Adam, I had 1, 2, 3, oops, where's he gone? So I had 4 pearls left. I had those left in my tube of 8s, and I had those left in my tube of 11s. That's all I had left. So you can tell how much I enjoyed this kit. It's always a good staple actually of how much I enjoy a kit is how many beads I've got left. That's all I've got left.
I can't, honestly, Mark, this kit, your jewellery is stunning. It's so stunning.
Thank you.
It really is stunning. Like, every time I see them, I think, oh, I like that. I can't choose a favourite. Did you see the photograph, by the way, of me wearing your earrings for our date night? So, loved it, absolutely loved it. I'm trying to choose a favourite piece, and I can't. That one that looks almost Gartier, like garter-like.
Oh, yeah.
That's with the actual, with the toggle claspers there. All of these bracelets are so beautiful, so pretty. The colour combination, the patterns that you're getting.
I'm not sure, if I read the label that might help, what the colour is.
Matte, transparent, smoky amethyst.
Ah, it's lovely. It's a really
Look at
nice
that.
colour.
Does anyone else see like a garter there with that, almost like a frill? You've created a frill. It's so pretty, Mark. I can't wait to bring this kit to wear. It's called Elegance.
Ooh. It's a
So
lovely
hang on.
clasp. Oh yeah, you get sterling silver beads as well.
Okay.
It's a massive kit.
It's beautiful. So let me show you around this kit. I'm going to put those tubes of Mayuki just behind. Now, very limited, because I actually have how many? 59. So of all the kits, this is the most limited. That's a genuine cultured pearl set within 925 sterling silver. Yeah, we launched these, Mark and I, and they have, well, they're pretty much sold out, so these are the final few of those. These are 925 sterling silver spacer beads, which are like gold dust, if you pardon the pun.
They are, yes.
And then, one of the rarest shapes or size of pearls to get is the seed pearl.
Yeah, I love them.
Because you mentioned it earlier on, the smaller the pearl, the more complicated it is to drill. There tends to be a greater loss of pearls during that drilling process because they can literally just fracture. But also, it's almost not logical to not let them go to larger sizes.
Absolutely, yeah.
So smaller pearls actually tend to be very, very expensive. We're not just giving you that, though. We're also going to bring you these lovely Mayukis. So we've said it's your transparent smoky amethyst, and then you've got those dazzling, almost pearlescent white. Are they what they're described as? White Ceylon.
Yes.
So it's a luxurious kit,
It
this.
is. No, it really is.
It might seem small in terms of its quantity, but yet you've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big, heavily beaded, elegant designs.
If I turn the necklace round, you can see where I've used the, if I just lift that up, I've used the toggle clasp on the back there with a little pearl.
Oh, look at that.
It's ever so cute, isn't it? You can see the pearl.
Are you ready? Let's bring that price onto your screen so everybody can get hold of this. And then the auction is open. Go, go, go. We only have 59 of this kit available. I love that. I have to say, that's not a normal Mark Smith design, but I love it.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
And predominantly it's all the seed beads, but I've used the pearls as accents around the little points all the way around the base, just to incorporate the pearls.
I think that's my favourite, that lovely purple bracelet.
This one here, with the frill, that one.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. That's so good. It's hard to choose. It's hard to choose. But I do love that bracelet. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Graphics straight to that. What? They're sterling silver. What? Sterling silver beads. How many did you get of those then? Of the spacer beads? Let's have a look. Oh, 40.
40, yeah.
And they're 3mm in their size. The toggle clasp on its own, that's got a genuine cultured pearl, freshwater pearl, and 925 sterling silver of 11mm. Genuine pearls here. I mean, you'd be paying at least that price tag for those three.
Just for that, yeah.
But to be honest, those two.
And
You'd
how
be
often
paying
do we
that
get
price
rice
tag.
pearls? I can't remember the last time I had rice pearls.
I can't remember either.
No.
Do you remember us launching these though? I'm fairly sure they were
Yes.
best part of.
I think they were
Weren't they £12?
I can't remember how much they were now.
Something. Anyway, I
It's
can't.
just so elegant, isn't it?
It's going to
just
be a
beautiful.
sellout. There are tons of you there, and Mark will be demonstrating. So again, if you have any questions, message in. Not before you make your confirmation, though, jewellery makers. So not before. I mean, okay. So the toggle on its own was £9.95. £9.95. You've got sterling silver 3mm beads here. This is an amazing kit.
It's fantastic value, it really is.
Whoever
As
made-
you said, when did we have the little spacer beads?
We do. Well, they're like gold dust.
Yeah.
Like seed pearls, gold dust. These are almost brand new. They've only been on air, I think, a couple of times.
They're lovely, aren't they?
And once, when Mark and I actually brought them to air. The only way to get hold of that toggle now is in the kit. It's not available individually, so the remaining quantity is literally tied into this kit. Oh, I can't decide because I really like this bracelet close to us now. That's really lovely too.
It's really simple, isn't it? Really simple, elegant.
It doesn't look simple though. It's so pretty. So pretty. Which are you going to demonstrate there, Mark? 'Cause
Well, I was going to show you the fundamental bits of the necessarily because once I show you how to make the start, you can just take it on your own size and how many drops you want. But it's a really nice little simple little technique, so I thought I'd show you that.
so beautiful. What was your inspiration here?
No idea.
Just came to you.
Yeah, it just came to me.
I
Because
like
the big but no, I haven't had seed beads for a while now. You might find that hard to believe. But it's really nice to have them back. But it's the rice pearls. I think rice pearls are probably my favourite shape.
Yeah.
I just think they're so nice.
So the rice pearl is the term that you use for a
yes.
smaller size and
Yeah,
shape pearl.
yeah.
Amazing. Check out. This will be an on-screen sellout, so don't leave it in those baskets. I can't wait. I can't wait to see.
So I'm just going to use the remnants of my tubes. Gosh, empty tube, look. How often does that
Have you
happen?
actually... Really? That's good going.
Look at that, empty tube. We don't see that very often, do we?
Achievement.
Keep all your empty tubes, because I put my seed bead soups in them.
Seed bead soups.
Yeah, I use those for that. So, you don't have to have an 8mm, but an 8.0 with your 11. You can do it just with 11.0s, but because you've got the different sizes in here, that's absolutely perfect kit. So the first thing we need to do, first of all, is use the 8.0s, and we're going to pick up 4. So it starts basically the same way as our demonstration in the first hour did. So we're picking up our 4, whoops, and we're going to tie a single knot. Now leave a tail because you need something to attach your clasp to at the very end. So I'm just going to tie a single knot followed by a double knot, and that just keeps it all nice and tight. Okay, and then we're going to sew through 2 of our 8.0s. Okay, like so. So this is going to be the start of your top row. Now can you see I've got my thread coming out of the bead at the top of that group of 4. So next you have to decide how many little seed beads you're going to have in between. So for my necklace, I started off with 10, then the second row 11, 12, 13, 14, etc, etc. So every row I add 1 bead. So what I'll do, I'll just thread on 7 for this one here, just for the demo piece. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you thread on 4 of your 8s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 7 of your white bead and then 4 of your amethyst. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn those 4 beads into a picot, which is the same thing that we did in the first demo. So I'm going to slide 3 down, and I've got my thread coming out of the top of the bead, and I'm going to go round the back and back through. So then we're going to pull that nice and tight. So that little row of seed beads will sit in between the group of 4. So I'll just do one more little section, and then what I'll do, I'll talk you through the necklace, because it's all pretty self-explanatory. So we've got our 7, and then we're going to add 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to slide it down. So you'll continue with this until you get to the length of your neck size. Now, depending on whether you want it to be a choker style or whether you want it to hang slightly lower. Okay, so so you're just going to keep going, and these will alternate sizes. What you'll do when you come to do the next row, you'll just bring them all so they sit nice and flat.
Organise them.
Yep. Okay, so imagine that I've got to the end. Next, I'm going to add 10 of my little 11s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because this is now going to form the seed bead loop to attach your clasp to. Okay. So I've got the top bit 8o here. I'm going to miss the next one. I'm going to sew through the lower one. So I'm just going to bring that through, and then you get a nice little seed bead loop at the end, really neat. Then you're just going to attach your little jump ring and your clasp. So what you're going to do then is you're now going to go back to the other end of your necklace, but this time you're going to add an extra 11o. So I've added on 7 here, so I'm going to pop on 8 this time, and this will start to give you that gradual curve. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to sew into the next 8. And now, instead of adding 4 of our 8Os, I'm going to add 3 because we've got the first one there already. So you add your seed beads, you go through the picot of the last row, then you add 1, 2, 3. So we're coming out towards me, so I'm going to take my needle back through, coming through the back. And then you've got the start for your next row. And then you'll continue until you get to the end. So you'll pick up 8, then you'll do your 3. Okay, so if I bring the necklace across, I'll lay it down flat. I lay it down flat on the... Okay, so as you're doing your necklace, I'll just move these to one side. If I lay this out, it will automatically start to curve. So you can see that's all done naturally. I'm not actually doing that. Okay, so when we get to the end here, so that's our original 4. Now I wanted a basic row at the beginning before I started the drop, because that's going to be at the back of the neck. Okay, so I've got 10, 11. Now when I get to 12, this is where my drop is going to start. So I'm going to come back through. I'm going to pick up my 10 beads, and then I'm going to add this little feature at the bottom.
So sorry, do you do this row?
So I do that
and then
row,
do
and
the
then
next.
I do the next row,
and then you do the
next row.
Oh, it's like knitting
row.
with a knitting machine.
Yeah.
You gradually go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to finish each of the drops, I've added, because I wanted to incorporate the pearls, you see. So what I've done is I've taken the needle, so I've picked up 10. I've gone 8 pearl, 8, 11, and then I've taken the needle back up through the 8, which captures the 11, and then I've gone up to do the second row. So as you can see, every time you do a row, you add the number of beads, and then that will give you that automatic curve. So if I just lay them all down, you can see that they curve. So I started with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I think the biggest one in the middle has got 19 beads in the centre, and then the drop of the pearl. And as I said, this does it all automatically, and so that curve is natural.
It's beautiful. I'm trying to think of the designer that actually does that. You know, that kind of spider's web.
Right.
Design, but it literally. I mean, imagine that actually on Jewellery Makers. It's going to look fabulous.
But as you pointed out, you do the first row, then you come back and you do the second row, and then the third row. But as long as you remember to add your seed B, your 11s, and your 3 8s in one row. If you miss it, you then have to go back and then add, because obviously this little group here will be the adding off for your next row.
And then they're like little little forget-me-nots, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're beautiful little forget. I know totally the wrong colour.
No.
Mark, you're super talented.
Pleasure.
Every single one of these designs are just beautiful.
Thank you. It's very dramatic.
Yeah, I love it.
Quite gothic.
But
you
yeah,
did it in
yes.
Halloween with black.
Black and white.
Black and white and red. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be fabulous.
Yeah, but it's really nice. And as I said, it's as long as you remember, every time you add your seed B, your 11 O's, to then add your 3 8s, which will then give you the empty P code to attach to the next row. And just keep going.
I love it. I can't wait to see all of our viewers' designs on the Wall of Fame. Yeah, please do. And do check out that kit now, because it's getting very limited. We're actually down to the final few of those within the vault. Again, the toggle class was £10. So you've got sterling silver, 40 sterling silver, 3mm beads in that kit, and also the Mayuki, and also the seed pearls, genuine seed pearls. What an amazing deal. Well, any questions, again, you can message us. We are still live here in the studio. You can text us 60777, start your text for JM Studios. Yes, I do. So, earlier on this morning, the very last South Sea Pearl that we have available, following on from Saturday's show, and if you want to tune in or watch it back on our YouTube channel, Charlie Barron actually came from Bond Street. He is often referred to as, you know, one of the Pearl Kings. He's actually free-dived 4 pearls himself. But he obviously did a huge presentation talking about sort of South Sea pearls and exactly how desirable a South Sea pearl is. Basically, long and short of it, it's the most valuable pearl on this planet.
And he actually came with samples of the mollusk shell that the pearls were grown
They're
in
large,
as well.
aren't they?
Amazing.
They have to each. And I know different ones are different in terms of their maturing process, but it takes years for a mollusk to actually mature to that stage before they can even start culturing. So a South Sea pearl, Jewellery Makers, it commands the highest price tag. It actually has or referred to as the highest luster in the actual industry itself. They command, gosh, thousands upon thousands of pounds per pearl, and to get an actual strand of pearls is incredibly rare because uniformity and sphericalness is almost seldom seen. So yeah, I read just quickly, it's only a recap, so I'm going to be very, very quick reading it. South Sea cultured pearls are exceptional quality pearls with a whitish, almost silver colour. You can also get golden tones as well. Much larger than the average pearl, the smoothness and the roundness of these pearls are exceptional, but yet it's less than 10% of the harvest will actually have a natural colour. So actually owning a spherical pearl like this, you know that from that one harvest, which has taken almost 4 years
crazy, isn't it?
to cultivate, less than 10% will be as perfect as this one. $29.95, definitely worth getting valued and appraised at some point. So they're actually farmed. One of the few cultured pearls that's actually farmed in the ocean these days. Akoya pearls are, Tahitian pearls are. The majority of the other pearls are actually freshwater cultured. Still goes through that same process, but obviously from different mollusks.
You don't have sharks in freshwater.
No, you don't. No. I mean, I wouldn't free dive for a pearl these days, especially not in Australia. No. I wouldn't be so forthcoming to do that. But definitely an heirloom opportunity. So this is actually half drilled. If I tilt it towards you, can see there's a drill hole just here. Then all you need to do is pop one of the actual pegs or mounts that was actually produced, a little bit of your jewellery specialist glue inside, put it on the peg probably rather than the pearl, and leave it overnight. You've just made yourself a highly collectible, highly treasurable professional piece of jewellery. Quick recap on that though, so like I said, it's very rare to get hold of South Sea pearls, and you can see, I mean, look at this picture. This is a different website. This is not Charlie's website, but this is a different website. I want to show you. That's the quality that you're getting. Can you see? Beautiful, perfect spherical shapes. You can see the quality, you know, so many things. That's them actually diving for the South Sea pearls. It's just a fascinating process, and you can see why they come at such a highly priced.
Oh, look at those.
High luster. How rare and valuable are they? Well, I can just see two figures there straight away. That's what I can see. White South Sea pearls generally retain the highest value of all pearl types. Because of their scarcity and unusually large size, they command much higher prices. Depending on the quality, shape and size of a golden South Sea strand, those prices can be well up into thousands of dollars, with prices for white South Sea pearls going even higher. It is quite common for the retail prices of fine South Sea pearl necklaces to range from $10,000 to even $300,000 and more. A baroque shape are often used individually in unique jewellery pieces, which can make them more affordable, but still showcasing their natural beauty. Well done to those of you that managed to get hold of that. The final few of those available. Okay, moving on to... Oh, the connectors, these are pretty. You get a halo of sterling silver. Again, highlighting just how spherical our pearls are. So yeah, freshwater pearls, it's, you know, different. It's amazing when you think about mollusks and how different they all react. A Tahitian pearl, the reason why it has that lovely colour is from the mollusk that it actually produces it. Often the colours and the iridescence that you see within pearls are passed through from the actual the creature itself. So the colours replicated with the internal shell of that mollusk itself. So Tahitian pearls actually have got, I think they're formed by the black lip. The actual black lip oyster. I think I've got that right. So that's the colours that you're getting through within the actual, with that sort of purpley, bluey like pearl. Freshwater pearls, you get them in all different colours, etc. But I'm just struck by how spherical this one is. Because you have that
it holds no prisoners, doesn't it? Putting it in a round halo.
Totally. Actually framing it in a circle of sterling silver is, you know, if it was a lesser quality shape, then obviously,
away,
it would be more visible. You get all three, and that's 925 sterling silver. Little connectors. What do we do with connectors like this?
I would use them as earrings. I suspend a separate pearl from the bottom, and then pop it into shippers, and then repeat that with the necklace as well. So treat it as a charm carrier. If you wanted to treat it as a connector, maybe on your slider bracelets. The reason that I would suggest using it as a pendant or an earring drop is purely because, for me, symmetry is everything, and because you've got that space under the pearl one side where it's attached to the bail at the top, I would struggle putting that on a bracelet. I would have to use it as a separate drop.
Yeah.
I think.
I get that. I've just put a few of your kit components next to it.
Yeah, look at that.
Looks lovely with the kit. Because you've got the toggle connector on the seat. That'd be beautiful. $34.95 if you have to get all of those pieces together. Amazing.
That's brilliant.
Okay.
Wow.
Moving on. Let's bring you how about some beautiful feminine gemstones? I haven't seen any. Every time I pick up a rose quartz, I think about Japanese blossom trees. They are so pretty, aren't they? So pretty. People travel to Japan just to see the blossom trees.
Just for the 2 weeks, they do. Yeah. Peony though, peony pink. Reminds me.
Peony is one of my favourite flowers. Yeah. They are very pretty, very full of scent, aren't they? Yeah, it's a delicate pink like this. I actually had peonies in my bouquet, my bridal bouquet.
Did you?
Yeah. They're pretty, aren't they? Because they almost have this frill around them. 300 carats of natural rose quartz in these gorgeous little tumbles. Yeah, I mean, it's a gemstone that's very significant in crystal healing, if you are a believer in that. But it's beautiful, and we recognise it even with little to no gemstone knowledge. Loving the fact that this has got quite organic shapes and textures. Again, it's not conforming to, you've got to be a round brilliant cut, you've got to be a cabochon. Allowing the gemstone to have their own individuality and beauty. You don't get complete clarity with rose quartz. It's a very, I don't know, sleepy translucency to this gemstone. Right. Reminiscent of kunzite, Ross is saying. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's definitely one of the most feminine of gemstones, and I think it will go gorgeous with the kit that you've just had.
It would actually, yeah.
Pop the kit at the bottom of the screen. What do you think?
Oh, perfect.
They are, aren't they?
Yes, yes.
Lovely alongside the kit that you just saw. Do check out though, everybody. We're coming towards the final half hour of the morning show. Don't know where today has gone, it's flown by. We've had lots of very popular items. We've had lots of beautiful pearls. Check out the Biwa pearls that we launched at in the 9 o'clock hour. We've got some lovely garnet. We had some gorgeous turquoise and rose quartz.
Oh.
Do you like that one?
Yeah, I think I'd probably use the little seed beads in between. Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, yeah. I like that.
Quite tropical, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, you were sceptical at first. Oh, Emma said she was sceptical, but she likes it. Free phone, telephone number. We've got a DVD that is being launched today, Jewellery Makers with Gemma Crow. She's coming up on the mid-show. And it's one of her next in line of the quick makes. These DVDs are fantastic. I actually, let's have a look, I filmed this with her. Yeah, I actually filmed this DVD with her. It's great. It's really, really amazing. So, and they are literally quick makes. Fabulous, being launched today at 2 o'clock. So make sure you tune in for that one. Basically, you don't just get one specific project, you've got multiple projects. So the hat pin, crossbow brooch, I'll turn it around. There you are, penangular brooch, and then you've got the beret brooch and also the spiral brooch itself. So a little selection. And brooches are very popular now.
Penannular. That's a good word.
Penannular brooch. Beautiful. Okay, moving on. Coming up. Oh, I know. I launched this strand. You don't forget spinel strands like this. Have you ever seen spinel like it?
No.
Now, yes, firstly, can I just say it is shorter. But that is because you have absolute textbook spinel here. This could not be any more perfect. It's the finest quality black spinel that I've ever brought you in a plain round. That literally is like liquid, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
And that's not to be derogatory to other spinel strands that I've brought to you in the past. They've been lovely too. But I have never seen a black spinel with this much luster, where it almost could be a liquid form. Tie gemstones, be them ruby, be them sapphires, or be them spinel, they're actually often all mined together, those three, because they have got quite similar compositions, but they're running out. Thailand is not a large area, and of course the gemstones have been so desirable from that location that the world is going to flock to those shores to purchase, but they are actually running out, which will be a real crying shame. Did you know also that that's like a global hub for gemstone cutting and polishing? Alongside places like Jaipur, Thailand. Apparently it's rumoured 90% of the world's rubies will go, even if they're not from Thailand, will go to Thailand to be cut. Because it's a global hub. Well, the quality you can see on this strand. Yeah, it is shorter, but it is textbook grade. I mean, this is, for me, Lorraine Schwartz quality black spinel. It's what you would see with your South Sea pearls. It's what you would see, you know, around the neckline of Elizabeth Taylor, as you showed earlier on. $9.95. We could have brought this to you, by the way, at a 38 centimetre strand, but this would have been very much more expensive. It's going to be more of a considered strand. But can you see what I'm referencing?
Completely and utterly. It looks liquid-like, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's almost, it is almost so lustrous that you kind of don't think it's
And we
spinel.
don't get it in smooth rounds very often,
No.
do we? We tend to get a lot of faceted spinel.
Don't you think, when looking at the quality of this, that it would almost be a shame to facet them?
Yes, actually, yes.
It almost would be a shame to put a facet, because you have something that is, I mean, literally so smooth and tactile. 8 on the most scale, so it has a fabulous hardness, and that's why you get this amazing light return. But these, even then, I've never seen it of this quality. I've got the final few of these available. We've got collectors getting multiple, so I tell you what, wow. Well done, Gail. Gail's getting 4, Sheila and Lucy multi-buying as well. If you're going to just knot those like pearls, I would almost...
Imagine, yes.
They're beautiful. I launched that strand. It is amazing. Okay, moving on. So.
Oh, my lord. Oh, my lord. I do that all the time. I get told up all the time at home for doing that.
Oh, really?
I get
Who
very
tells you
excited.
off?
I get very excited and I get quite high pitched.
Who tells you off?
Andrew.
It's all good. We like your reactions.
We were talking about this earlier.
We were only saying that exactly. It's your genuine reaction. That is amazing
Incredible, isn't
quality.
it? Look at this.
Now, with pre-night, often referred to as grape jade.
Oh, I agree with that. Yes.
You can see that grape colour. This, when there is actually no inclusions, is actually the rarer of the two and very expensive.
I did a mid-show on my birthday a couple of weeks ago and I actually peeled a grape live on air.
Did you?
To show the colour. Yeah, I actually had a grape that I peeled. And
Is
it was
that something people do? Peel grapes?
Apparently so.
Really?
It's exactly the same colour.
I'm going to say those people probably need more, have got too much time on their hands. But this is what we, I mean, here at JewelleryMaker, we have always embraced pre-night with these lovely, almost rutilations like the golden rutile. Yeah, these gorgeous inclusions within. They're very striking, aren't they? Especially against that green colour. So it's, again, eye of the beholder. I don't think, yes, okay, that's more expensive in terms of the actual price per carat, but this is beautiful to actually have that contrast.
Yeah.
With that jet black pre-night inclusions within. $9.95 for these gorgeous cabochons. Well, I would pay that straight away for at least that one. At least. You don't have to be a wire worker anymore to work with cabochons, do you?
No, you can use your seed bead, you can pop them on your backing foundation, you can use your soutache.
Would you go white backing foundation?
Yes.
Because otherwise you look too dark, wouldn't it?
Yeah, go for the white.
Wow, gorgeous.
I love them. So I would go for the more rutiles, the better, I think.
You like the black and white, don't you?
Yeah,
I really like this one. I think that's
Really
absolutely amazing.
unusual.
138 carats of this beautiful gemstone. Yeah, totally and utterly natural as well. There's no treatment to it. Rutile, sorry, your pre-night rather, can be very expensive. I've researched before when I launched a strand of pre-night to wear, and I'll be honest, it kind of divided the jade. Not divided, but it was a controversial strand. Because some of the crew were saying it's too expensive for pre-night, but the reality was it's the finest quality that we had ever seen. So yes, it was a higher price tag. The reason why it was more expensive is because it had no rutilations. But do not let them put you off your pre-night, because it is beautiful with these black shards, isn't it?
Oh, they're beautiful.
Well done. Moving on.
Oh.
Okay.
That's nice to see.
Number Tiger's Eye, number 9. It's, oh, look at this.
Blue.
Blue is actually my favourite colour of Tiger's Eye. Beautiful levels of chatoyancy. Emma's first genuine gemstone, she says. It's that actually, I think presenter Carol said the same.
She did, that's right, yes, yes.
You can understand why, can't you? Because it had, just by looking at it, that it's Mother Nature, don't you? 100 carats. Now, I'll be the first to admit that I didn't, when I heard that we were bringing Tiger's Eye with colours like reds and yellows and, where they'd actually been dyed or enhanced in some way, shape or form, I was like, why? No. Why would you do that? Because surely, in my head, it was, okay, you're gonna stop the chatoyancy then, and that's the whole appeal of natural chatoyancy. How wrong could I be? It enhances the chatoyancy.
Fuchsia Tiger's Eye is one of my all-time favourite gemstones.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Yeah. You can see where it gets its name. Tiny microplatelets within your Tiger's Eye are capturing the light at different layers, and that is what gives you that mirage of movement. It kind of migrates across the surface. Yeah, first Tiger's Eye strand I've seen in a long time. Thomas Sabo are really sort of using this gemstone. It's quite an edgy and cool, very masculine as well if you wanted it to be. Yeah, we don't see it that often. So a little bit, it always reminds me a little bit of space. It's that bluey shade. Look at that.
That is beautiful.
We could get lost in this, couldn't we? Just sit watching the Tiger's Eye and how that beautiful beam follows the light around. Look, here we go. Whatever angle I actually turn the gemstone, follows that, follows the light across the surface. It's absolutely amazing. And yeah, okay, the natural colour of Tiger's Eye is beautiful too, that lovely, deep, almost mahogany-like shade. But it looks beautiful in your fuchsia, as you said, wonderful in your blues and greens, I think we've actually offered you as well.
Yes, yeah.
Down to the final few of these. Check out those baskets. $7.95 only. Ooh, micro-faceted. Look at those. Hang on.
I've not seen these before.
They are, it's like a little miniature parcel. A little teeny,
Oh, look.
so they're tiny little rondelles. You get a pack of 20 of these.
Oh,
So I keep thinking of Shop Art, Happy Diamonds. They've got one of their collections, they do it in timepieces and jewellery. They actually have
look. They're cute.
faceted stones, little round brilliant cuts sometimes, and they just dance internally in a pendant or in a timepiece, in a watch. 90 points, just shy of a carat. Of this month's birthstone, there is a drill hole in the centre of these, but you don't have to use it, I don't think. Oh, look at those. Aquamarine, with that wonderful glimmer of azure blue, all coming your way from the traces of iron. But then so much brilliance, and we don't often get brilliance in aquamarine. You tend to either sacrifice colour for clarity or clarity for colour, but you've got both within these. They're really pretty, aren't they?
I'd use them with the rice pearls from the kit, just
Oh,
top and
that's
bottom,
lovely.
little simple little earrings. Be very cute.
Dainty.
Look at that. Made them pop now. Look. They're very cute.
And I think with the kit that you've just brought in the 12 o'clock
yes,
hour.
yeah.
Yeah, lovely. The only way you can get those rice pearls is to purchase the kit. We'll pop the kit back onto your screen, so for those of you who want to get hold of, I've only got a few of them left. We only had 59, so they were quite limited from the very get-go. It's called Elegance. Take a little look at Mark's amazing jewellery. I mean, those earrings, we didn't discuss those earrings, did we? That
They're
lovely...
really, so they've got 4 of the pearls in the centre, and then I've popped in 4 little of the spacer beads, and I've just radiated from that. But again, it's wondering where to stop, because I could have gone on and on and on and made more of those. But they're really nice. You could make lots of those and turn them into a bracelet, you see, into a lock bracelet. I really like those.
They're beautiful. And then the rings, because is that not the same technique as the rings that you did earlier? I know it's
What's
different
that?
motif, but you know the cocktail rings that you did as
Yeah.
seed beads earlier? Could I do that in this kit?
You could. Exactly the same. Yeah.
Beautiful, Mark. I love every
Yes,
single one of them.
yeah.
Check out $24.95 for Elegance. We also have, coming your way, I'm just going to pop that little...
They're lovely. aren't
Lovely
they?
little parcel of aquamarine.
Oh.
Okay, let's show you. Now, do you remember this star by, firstly?
How could we forget? Oh, good.
Can you imagine it alongside?
I would have to add then that little black spinel strand, the little rounds you had, your special strand. Look at that. That would be an amazing kit. I'd love that
Black
as a
and
kit.
gold.
Yeah.
Oh, the opals. These are Ethiopian opals. If you want to get hold of the spinel, it may still be available. The golden rutile, I have still got a few though. Just a few. Don't forget, for those of you that have just tuned in, we brought you Grand Digirite at the lowest price tag that you could ever. I will recap it before the end of the show. Ethiopian opal was only discovered in the sort of mid-1990s, 1994 to be exact, and in that very short time, it is a short time within the gemstone world, it is now rivaling some of those pinnacle locations and that historically have always been the most dominant. Look at that, gosh,
This
purples.
is a very, very fine strand, isn't it?
It is.
Look at all those colours.
Amazing play of colour, because opal is formed over millions of years between cracks and crevices within a host rock. Silica spheres produce this wonderful, oh my goodness me,
that.
look at this, hang on, this beautiful magic that we call play of colour. Now when they are sporadically placed, you get these amazing performances. Every single colour with a level of semi-transparency. That's why many people actually favour. Do you know? The funny thing was, I actually had again. Dave Troth was on here with me on Thursday, and he was saying, "Do you know what? One of the biggest or greatest customers of Ethiopian Opal are, or do you know who they are?" I was like, "No, I don't know." He said, "Australia. Australia are one of the biggest buyers of Ethiopian Opal."
Even though they have their own?
Even though it's their national gemstone, yeah, absolutely.
How
Because
funny.
you don't have, it's not opal where the play of colour is just visual on the top, on the surface. It's play of colour that's visual. Look at that one there, all the way through, right down into the heart of each of those opals. How on earth are we at £8.95? Sorry,
Wow.
Ross, I've just noticed that. Should have been £17.95. Look at that. And all the colours, absolutely all the colours. Ethiopian opal tends to, one of the characteristics that it has is that it shows you red. Red is actually one of the rarest of colours to get within opal, and yet this location offers it at its most. The main seam is no longer in production, so the one that they first discovered is no longer in production. They made another significant discovery in 2008 and 2013, but we're talking minimal quantities. And do you know, I learned so much from that show, because it's not like any other, opal is not like any other gemstone. So if you think about it, turquoise, what would be your hint that there might be turquoise under the ground, geologically? Bit of copper, bit of copper. Oh, there might be some turquoise in there, okay? There's, I don't know, you might have a little bit of chromium, or there's normally little telltale signs that certain gemstones, that people don't just start digging anywhere, they tend to know the geology of that location. But with an opal, what do you need?
Water.
Water. Well, it rains everywhere.
Could be anywhere, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It literally rains everywhere.
Yes.
So apparently, if you were to fly over Australia, you will actually find Australia and Kubapedi, all those different places, literally just little pockets of where people have started digging. And the same, yeah, that's it. You fly over, you see these pockets. Oh, well, I'll just dig over there, dig over there, dig over there. There we go. And the same will apply with your Ethiopian opal. But it's logical, isn't it? Because when it rains, it doesn't just rain there. Rains over a big vast surface. Amazing, well done. Okay.
Wow, I love this gemstone. You launched this, I think.
What am I?
Did you launch it?
No, I know what you're thinking of.
Oh, yes.
The feather pyrite.
That's the one, yeah.
But this is spectacular. They are beautiful, aren't they? Natural pyrite. It's called Apache pyrite, or Apache, depending on which way you actually pronounce it. So pyrite is a gemstone, often referred to as fool's gold, because when, back in the day before gemology and all those tests, we used to, in its rough form, we used to see pyrite thinking it was actually gold. It forms in an amazing, it's in an actual cube, a perfect cube shape. Already people diving through. But Apache pyrite are these, it's basically found and cut within the actual host rock to a certain degree, so you get this really beautiful contrast, and it'd be a shame to cut that out, wouldn't it?
Certainly would. I like the fact that they're really shallow. So for bead bezeling on backing foundation, which is my thing at the moment, I love it. These are perfect. Because you don't want anything too deep, because then you have to use larger seed beads to start your bezeling off. But because they're so shallow, you can go right down to your 11s and do some really delicate
amazing.
pieces.
I can't remember the last time I saw Apache pyrite. They're almost map-like, aren't they? They almost look like the map of the world. High luster Peruvian Apache pyrite. So beautiful. Very, very beautiful. If you love your precious metals, your high luster, it's often thought that pyrite is actually a precious metal. It's not. It is a genuine gemstone that actually has the same crystal structure as your diamond. £14.95, yet already people getting involved.
Wow.
It's very classy, isn't it?
I love it. I think there's nothing like it. Looks like gold leaf has been draped and brushed on, doesn't it?
Look, you can see.
Oh, look.
It's totally natural. It's a big piece of pyrite just there.
Wow.
Amazing. Okay, moving on to Now this is, I think, described as marble agate.
Can you?
Check me out. Oh, this would be lovely with the Apache pyrite.
Do you remember the penguin shell we launched? We've only had it once, haven't we?
Penguin shell?
Penguin shell pearls, yeah.
Was that with me?
I don't know.
I don't remember penguin shell. What did it look like?
It was this sort of mottling, but it was purple.
Okay.
And we had a brown and tan version as well.
Purple penguins.
Purple penguins, yeah.
We were
Just
talking about
reminded me of
penguins
this.
earlier.
We were, yes.
390 carats, a beautiful marble agate. Look at that fusion, the wonderful fusion of gorgeous lemons, oranges, flashes of blues within your beautiful agate. Agate responds well to dye. You can actually dye agate with multiple different colours, and certain areas of that gemstone, that crystal, will hold onto the colours, and certain gemstones won't. So it's highlighting the internal beauty of them. They're amazing, aren't they?
I think they're fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. They look like a jasper, don't they?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the clarity.
Yeah.
I really like them.
Look at this.
I really love them.
Little flowers almost.
Oh yes, look.
Little flowers within each of those. No two will be the same.
Look at that. It's a Christmas pudding.
It does. It does look like a Christmas pudding. I agree. Oh, and even some of your pinky light colours. Moving on. Oh, okay. What a show it's been. We have the final few opportunities left of the most affordable grandidiorite opportunity that we've ever brought on a premiere. You can get grandidiorite, you can elsewhere, we've established that, but it is actually one of the top 10 rarest gemstones, and you pay a lot of money, price per carat. Can you remember what it was, price per carat, our strand? Not $20,000 per carat. It was something like £2, something like that.
161, wasn't it? Something springs to mind.
Some of the greatest collectors, connoisseurs, gemologists, geologists, jewellers, I said collectors, the world over would only wish to own, and I really genuinely mean this, will only ever wish to own grandidiorite, because it is an astonishingly rare mineral that is coloured purely by iron. Now you can get grandidiorite with clarity. However, if you see it with clarity, then you're going to see probably that 5-figure price tag that we were referencing a few moments ago. Fine if you're a millionaire, but if you're not a millionaire, then possibly this would be a gemstone that would be beyond most of our reaches, mine included, mine absolutely included, until grandidiorite was purchased by the JewelleryMaker team. This is a brand new deal of the day. It's never been on your screens before, and we promised it at the lowest ever grandidiorite price tag. That's why we only have the final, what did you say, 10? Okay, less than 20 of these within the vault. I don't think there's ever going to be an opportunity better than that, than this one right now to get hold of this gemstone. The reality is grandidiorite, and please understand that this is grandidiorite. We're not talking about a synthetic grandidiorite. We're talking about a gemstone which is hugely expensive. Well, we showed that necklace earlier on, didn't we, with the grandidiorite and
oh, how many thousands was it?
Oh, wasn't it? It's like 179,000 pounds. For a grandidiorite and diamonds. I'm not surprised, and platinum, of course. $49.95. And I have to say, when looking at those stones, they didn't look vastly different in terms of the quality of what you're looking at right now. Because these have a level of transparency. They're not completely eye clean. Grandidiorite isn't expected to be completely eye clean, unless, of course, you have that 5-figure price tag available in your pocket. This is working out how much per carat? 178. Our start price, it was at £14, which is amazing for 28 carats of grandidiorite. Get your certificate of authenticity. Today truly is the best day to get hold of this gemstone. So you were saying you haven't owned it yet.
No.
Do you want to admire?
Thank you.
Okay, let's do. We're coming to the end of the show. Oh no! How about some really beautiful, deep...
You've got to go and get your bunny back.
I have.
Yeah.
Let me explain.
Oh yeah.
I haven't actually lost a... Well, I haven't. Willow has.
Oh.
And it's a soft toy bunny, not an actual bunny.
Left in a coffee shop.
She left it in the coffee shop on Saturday, and I was like, oh, I've managed to sort of swerve the questions where it is because we were very busy over the weekend, but it's not going to take long to realise. But do you know what? The powers of social media. There's a picture of a barista in Costa Coffee holding Willow's bunny, saying, waiting to be returned to his rightful owner.
Let's hope nobody beats you to it.
I hope not. I hope not.
Pretends it's theirs. Oh,
I don't think anybody would want that bunny, to be truthful. It's, you know, have you ever seen kids' cuddly toys? Mm. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do next.
Yeah.
Anyway, gorgeous red garnet, totally natural colour, deep velvety light tones. Oh, look at that. There's a passion to this strand.
Isn't it?
Faceted, gorgeous garnet, 310 carats in your 9mm faceted rounds. Yeah, you feel, first thing you'll notice when you actually get this home is the physical weight of garnet. Garnet is quite a beautiful, dense gemstone, so it really helps, I think, if you use this in your first kit, to actually sort of weigh down the actual Mayuki beads, etc. But you've got that very deep, almost like crushed velvet, dark red. Totally natural jewellery makers, so beautiful addition to alongside maybe your biwa pearls that you had earlier on, possibly, or maybe your little tiny seed pearls that you had earlier on as well. Very versatile. And garnet, people recognise garnet. It's January's birthstone, of course, but it has always had that sumptuous and decadent.
Very regal, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Is that it?
Oh no.
Where did that
Where's
go?
that flying by? Oh gosh.
We've still got 2 of the rose gold 9-carat chains if you want to get one of those, jewellery makers. But yeah, we're running out lots of the goodies. Well,
Is that your necklace from your show with?
It is, with Dave Trough.
Wow, look at this.
So we have the final few of these available then on the mid-show, and it is a complete, along with the DVD launch. So yeah, if you missed out on that show with myself and Dave Trough, he actually brought this from Gemporia. Mark, thank you so much for today.
When are you back? Tomorrow, I'm assuming?
Back tomorrow morning.
I'm doing a late on Friday.
That's when you're back?
That's when I'm back. Friday late.
And what have you got on your late show?
Don't know yet.
We've got to discuss as well what we've got coming up in April.
We have.
A really exciting show coming up in April. Watch this space, Jewellery Makers. So yeah, very exciting bead launches. Check out your baskets for your South Sea pearls. Truly amazing. Congratulations. And also your Grand Digirite, your kits, your Biwa pearls. I mean, we could go on, couldn't we?
Lovely.
It's been a lovely show. Yeah, wonderful start to the day. Don't go anywhere though, because the mid-show has some more amazing treats. Thank you, Mark, once again.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
How would you like to design a